Good morning, everybody. Welcome to everyone this morning. Happy New Year to all. I'm calling our January 7, 2025 meeting to order. If I could have a roll call, please.
Chair Rutledge,
Here.
Chair Heather,
Here.
Member Cahill,
Here.
Member Evans,
Here.
Member Honig,
Here.
Member LaPlante.
Here. Thank you. For chair remarks this morning, again, welcome everybody. I want to welcome Sabah as our new vice chair of the Environmental Committee. We are trying to get some planning meetings together to chart our path this year. So welcome.
Thank you.
And welcome Andrew to our committee as well. And let's see, for public comment, Kay McKean.
Morning, everybody. So first I want to thank everybody at the county who's bringing us in bread tags and the paper bags. We were here for the December meeting and picked up the bread tags, and this is the most we've gotten. I bet there's like 2 pounds of bread tags towards wheelchairs. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, thank you. And lots of bags for the food pantry. So we're using those paper bags, and I want people to use reusable bags. But not everybody does use reusable bags. And for whatever reason, you still do get grocery bags with handles, and we get those to the food pantries. And we have more and more food pantries who are asking for those bags because those bags cost them money. So it's money they can use to buy more food if we can collect more bags with handles. So it's not the bags like from Nordstrom's. Those bags aren't really strong to carry food, but the grocery bags are nice and strong. And those are going to the Glen Ellen Food Pantry, the Elmhurst Yorkfield Food Pantry, both of the People's Resource Center food pantry. So, and who did just call? Somebody just called us. So Bartlett Neighborhood Food Pantries. So yeah, so thank you guys for bringing those in, but they've got to be clean, dry, and not ripped so that we can get those reused. So, so lots of things going on with Scarce, you guys. Welcome new folks. We have 3 open houses coming up in January to let people know different kinds of programs that we have and different things that they can borrow from us. The Green Your Gig program that we started with reusing dishes. Lucy's got them signed up for sometime in January, right? But it's great. It's kind of spreading. So Go Green Glen Ellen just got a grant from the DuPage Foundation to buy dishes, and they're going to have them at the library for people to check out. So we can't possibly have all the dishes for all the different groups that would like to reuse dishes. So kind of spreading. And the sharpening projects from our repair fairs. We have another one coming up January 25th. This is the first time we have somebody coming with sewing machines to fix things like that. So we're glad about that. That's growing. And now Elmhurst and Carroll Stream both have set up programs to have sharpening for shovels and pruning shears and things. So I love when things that we start and kind of pilot get to spread, because we certainly can't sharpen everybody's shovels around the county. So the more we can spread that, that is really great. We have a sustainable professionals meeting coming up January 31st. Repair fair is January 25th. The Teacher Institute Day, the Countywide Teacher Institute Day, will be going. One of the sites we'll be visiting is the hazardous waste site in Naperville. That's coming up February 28th. And then the 19th High School Sustainable Design Challenge is coming up April 15th. So there's a lot of things coming up and a lot of different ways to educate people and reach people. So if you haven't been to Scarce, want to come for an open house or call us for a tour, that would be really great. Also, the lists are up for all the towns and which ones are doing things for getting your trees, Christmas trees, mulched or composted. And the list is up for all the holiday light collections around the county. So thanks, you guys.
Thank you, Kay. Next on our agenda, I ask for a motion on 250002, approval of minutes from our November 5th
Second.
meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Or, I'm
Aye.
sorry, any changes or additions, corrections? All in favor? Thank you. For parent committee approval, 250003, recommendation for the approval to support local government hosted document shredding events. Providing all DuPage County residents access to document shredding services through November 30th, 25 for a total expenditure amount not to exceed $8,500.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. 6B, 25-4, recommendation for the approval of an agreement between the County of DuPage, Illinois, eWorks Electronic Services, Inc.,
Second.
and Reverse
First,
Logistics Group, Americas, Inc., to provide electronics recycling to residents of DuPage for the period January 1 through 2025 for the amount not to exceed $6,000. I heard a,
Moved.
yeah,
Second.
thank you. Any questions or comments? Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Chair. My question is with regard to eWorks electronic services. So is this not required to be like bid out? I guess I'm wondering more about the process of how you chose eWorks as opposed to any other electronics recycling company.
Sure, eWorks, we are part of the state's program. It's the Illinois Manufacturers Association, or what's the word? It's the Illinois Manufacturers Recycling Association. It's state legislation sets up that group. They are assigned, so the county is assigned a recycler. So we are assigned RLG. RLG has an existing relationship with eWorks to do the electronics recycling. And they are the only one that actually will charge the resident the fee as opposed to charging the county the fee. So most of the other electronics recyclers that could possibly do the labor, they don't offer that service.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next is ENR 1-25, the recommendation for the approval of a grant agreement between the County of DuPage and Choose DuPage for Choose DuPage to manage sustainable DuPage for the period of January
So
14th
moved.
through November 30th, 25 for a total not to exceed 60,000. I hear a motion and a second. Questions or comments? Want to give us a quick
Happy to. Good morning.
Greg Bedloff for those who.
Rita Hockey, who manages the Sustainable DuPage for Choose DuPage, couldn't be with us this morning. Just some information on 2024 results and the plans for 2025. In 2024, 17 individual assessments were conducted for businesses throughout DuPage County. We conducted seven webinars on sustainability practices for DuPage County businesses, with 332 unique businesses registering for those webinars, in conjunction with the environmental department as well as CDAC through the University of Illinois. We conducted 10 case studies for businesses, all of which will be published this year. The website, on our website, we created an individual page for sustainability, which includes over 70 resources, including the Green Building Business Assessment Checklist. 800 unique visits from 800 unique businesses have been monitored and checked off the list for visits to the website. We've additionally created the sustainability plan workbook and template for businesses throughout DuPage to use. Our goals for 2025 include working with municipalities, so expanding it not only directly to the businesses, but reaching out to the municipalities to develop a webinar series that they can partner with us on to focus on things like building electrification, renewable energy in light of the CEJA legislation that's come out of Springfield, and the promotion of water conservation and how these municipalities can procure some grant funding, and then support the creation of a municipal comprehensive sustainability plan. We have 3 webinars planned for the first quarter of 2025, which will be focused on electrification of buildings, again, with the CEJA legislation and the promotion of the electrification of buildings. That's very important. Heat pumps, and then working with local restaurants on more composting initiatives.
Love it
Yes,
all.
ma'am.
Question.
Go ahead, Cindy.
What about light pollution? Have you addressed that at all?
I don't think we have, because
We're-
I was gonna,
Yeah.
if I may, Greg, sorry. You did a webinar actually last summer with Dark Skies that actually addressed light pollution for businesses.
And we are looking at an ordinance for that. So
Good.
still we did a resolution, but need to take that the next step. And David Barkus, who often comes to our meetings, but
That's
is
what I
not
was
here
looking
this
for.
morning.
Looking
Yeah.
for him.
Right.
I know, he is really driving the Dark Skies initiatives across the whole state and even beyond, I think. He's been a really strong advocate for that, so.
I just would like to see it focused on the municipal level, because I know in Elmhurst, they really don't have any initiatives toward light pollution.
Okay, good to know. Can we add that
Yes,
to
ma'am.
the,
happy to do it.
awesome, good. A lot of great initiatives. Thank you. You were well prepared for a
Thank you.
few
Thank you,
comments
Rita.
this morning. Any questions or comments about this or any other initiatives? All righty. Do we get a first and a second
We did, I
there?
believe.
Okay, got the questions out of All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. That motion carries. Does anybody have any old business? Lucy?
I'm not sure if this is old business, but we discussed it earlier last year. I really wanted to look into us not selling plastic bottles in our vending machines and in our cafeteria. And we talked to staff about it. And I really think it's time to move forward and stop, I don't want to ban plastic from the campus, plastic bottles, but we shouldn't be selling it if we can just put everything in aluminum cans. So I don't know if, Nick, can you give us an update on what we were going to do about the vending machines?
Yeah, I know that we actually, when we met with food services. I think Tim was there, Joy was there, myself, we looked at getting in the aluminum cans. That's going to be a decision for the board because obviously the aluminum cans they are more expensive. Significantly more, if I remember correctly, was that what the final numbers. I can get that to, but ultimately that's a budgetary decision that the board needs to make.
But that's only water, right? The like Coke, Pepsi, that's fine, like instead
They
of
already come in an
bottles.
aluminum can, yeah.
Yeah, there are machines down there that are bottles. You are correct. Down in the cafeteria, there are bottles on there, but there's aluminum as well. We will continue with food services. Let's get an update, see where they're at. I know they were gonna pursue some things. We will bring an update back to them.
Okay.
Or
thank you.
maybe if we can take a look at incentives for people to use the fountain machines
for
in our
sure, yeah.
paper cup, that saves us a ton of money.
Right.
So maybe we can talk at it from that angle as well.
We have a full agenda for February, so would you mind if we do this in
Oh,
March?
absolutely,
Okay, sounds
yeah.
great. When I'm thinking, and Margaret makes sense, we can have Diane Borski, who heads that up for all food services outside of the jail are headed up by the care center. They run the 505 cafeteria, they run this cafeteria, and obviously do food service in the cafeteria. It's a care center, and this is under Diane's program. So what
Right.
I'll do is we'll get more information and have Diane come here in March.
Okay, and then, there's that vending machine in the courthouse where the jury sits, or where the jury takes their breaks. Is that under food services or is that a separate contract?
95% certain that'll be under Diane as well.
Oh, okay.
Generally, we keep everything under one, one umbrella that's under Diane as well.
Okay, great, thank you.
And I've been doing this a long time. They don't want aluminum cans because they can become a weapon, be my
Right,
guess is
correct.
the answer. Obviously, you know that better
But
than I
they have
do.
cans there.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah,
I
they
read
have
into
cans.
that.
Thanks for bringing it up, Lucy. I'm happy to support that endeavor. I don't, the more and more we find out about plastics in our bodies and our environment, the more we need to take those stands. So thank you for that. Any other old business? Any new business? Seeing none, without objection, we're adjourned.